There have been a number of questions about using Flubaroo to grade a quiz, especially now that Google Forms has added an update and there's a quiz feature directly within the forms. You may still find Flubaroo a very useful add-on to use, so I'm going to do a really quick screencast to show you what you need to do. In one of the previous modules, if I scroll to the top here, in the Google Forms module, you created a quiz. And this is where you created the questions about the days of the week and the puppy questions, and you added your video. When you came to the Google Sheets module, the first thing is creating a Google Sheet from your form data. That can happen directly within the form. But for task 8, to use Flubaroo to grade the quiz, it assumes that you have a number of responses to your quiz questions. Because you'd created the quiz on your own, we started with the assumption that you didn't have anybody fill out your quiz. And so this practice sheet right here has some sample answers already in it so that you didn't have to take your quiz a whole bunch of times. So to start task 8, you need to click on this hyperlink that says Practice Google Sheet, and it will immediately ask you to make a copy. So we want to make a copy of this document. And the first thing we need to do is rename it. And we're going to rename this up here at the top, Level 3 Sheet with Flubaroo. And as you can see, here are sample answers to our questions. What was your first and last name? What is the sum of 2 plus 2, days of the week, etc. So we have 3 people who have taken it, and we have some sample answer keys. From here, we're going to do the add-on. We come to add-ons. I have already installed Flubaroo, so you have it. You can see this right here. But if you don't have the add-on installed, you would come to add-on, get add-ons, and in this menu, you would type Flubaroo. Oftentimes, it's so used in Sheets that it'll be one of these first choices right here. From there, you would install, you would allow permissions, and then you would come back to your Google Sheet. Now you're ready to use the add-on. You've installed it, but you haven't graded anything yet. So to grade the sheet, once you've installed it, you come to Add-ons, Flubaroo. We're going to enable it in this sheet, and you get this notification. So it's enabled, and now we can use it. Then we're going to come back to Add-on, to Flubaroo, and now we're going to grade the assignment. There are some other things down here that you might be interested in later, but for this assignment, we're going to start with the basics. So we're going to hit Grade Assignment. You have to tell Flubaroo which assignment is the key and which questions need to be graded. So if we look at the menu that comes up here, what is your first and last name? That really does identify the student, so we don't want to grade that question. What's the sum of 2 plus 2? That's a normal grading question. Days of the week, normal grading. Write a narrative using the puppy. Write what is the answer or quotient of 10 divided by whatever the rest of that question is. These are all normal grading. You could change the number of points that it was worth in here if you wanted to. And you continue. And as in this next step, you tell Flubaroo which of the submissions you want to use as the answer key. So we're going to use the one labeled answer key as the answer key and continue. And from there, Flubaroo grades your assignment. You can see it creates a second page and it brings you over to the page. It tells you it's complete. Here was our original tab with all our submissions. It's completely unchanged. And here is the page that is created once Flubaroo grades it. Apparently, nobody did very well on our quiz, as we can see by these grades. Once you see that Flubaroo is complete and you have the second tab down, then you are done with Sheet Level 3.